until the Plymouth and Southampton finished. That's my teacher. Hazard, Number, Scott, Gibson,
History now, let's enjoy the sunshine and let's, more importantly, enjoy what I think is going to be a really entertaining game.
The game's just started, so
Southampton will want to settle down into their passing routine. Southampton want to try and disrupt them.
Captain.
Let's look for a little bit of stardust on the likes of Barney Mumba. First couple who we saw.
I think
played pretty well in the championship under Russell Martin last season. Barney Mumba again.
Passes.
Involved again.
Blocked. Blocked.
Positive start from Plymouth Argyle. It's bright and sharp, and they're showing Southampton that they can keep the ball on the ground and make intricate little passing and movements. Brilliant. As I said, that's going to be a battle to keep your eye on.
It knocked the mascot over.
Well, as that does well into a shooting area. Great start by Plymouth.
Mum.
You got nothing on. You got nothing on.
Zulu just attempting Hardy in.
Ooh.
And won the ball back immediately. And the went the ball, but Murray Cullen for Bazulu in the air, but he's just trying to antagonise Plymouth Argyle here. It's a huge gamble he takes there, Gavin Bazulu, and he'll be very glad that that deflection takes it straight to him. Could easily have gone either side of the goalkeeper.
No way.
Stuart Armstrong leading the charge upfield for Southampton, being bestowed by Barney Mumba.
No, Southampton.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. So
I think Plymouth hit the ball and their mascot fell over. And their mascot fell over.
No.
I think so. I saw something.
Yes, that man knows all about Jack Stevens, who links up with Adam Armstrong, who is playing in this deeper number 8 role, as it's termed these days. The attacking midfielders for Southampton.
Oh no, this
Teller again. To step away from Kessler Hayden.
Don't shoot.
Stuart Armstrong, who was surrounded.
Oh, hello.
Just too much out for Ryan Hardy.
Bazunu gets it. Most people on here has gone for a Plymouth win. That's what I've gone for, a Plymouth win.
There's Teller again. The tormented
Yeah,
defences in this league.
I won the treble with Arsenal.
Straight down the It's got a good, energetic feel to it already. 3 minutes in.
What's his name? Be watching this one, me?
Ooh, Python.
Pieface.
Oh yeah. He might be at the ground. He might be watching that on Sky Sport.
Taking hold of Southampton, they're pressing aggressively, the most aggressive in the championship so far. They've had the most shots so far, the most shots on target, and the highest XG, which does include a couple of penalties. The only downside so far is defensively. They have been conceding goals. Russell Martin is working on getting the balance right.
Oh, that's... Oh. Is that a foul?
Giving chase
Is that a foul then?
About Southampton having problems defensively. Something we saw with Swansea under Russell Martin last season. They were 4th top scorers in the championship and had the 5th worst defensive record.
Southampton on the break.
Possibly cost them a place in the playoffs.
He should have passed it down the right hand side.
Nicely done by Joe Edwards.
5 hours till kicking.
Compared to Swansea and compared to MK Dons, Russell Martin's previous clubs. Expectation level
What's the name, John?
More of that Premier League club that's been relegated to the Championship.
I think it's 3 o'clock kickoff.
Respect to Swansea.
United's on half one.
The highest quality of players
No, 8 o'clock.
to work with.
8 o'clock, sorry.
You're thinking of La Liga, mate.
Therefore, the most pressure he's had as a manager so far, which he's fully embracing.
Anyway, it's not that big. Not any great games in the bloody thing. No, you've got Liverpool, Bournemouth.
Yeah. Should I check?
Yeah. I did look. Liverpool, Bournemouth.
There ain't Luton and Burnley,
That's gone.
because that's been postponed, because they're reconstructing Kenilworth.
In Kesselheim.
Luton's next game is at Kenilworth Road against Gillingham
With Azaz, here's
in
Cumberland.
the EFL Cup.
What's that?
Away from Edwards. This is Adozie.
Oh yeah, Rangers started at 12:30.
Stevens. Strong tour points just down the road from here.
Maybe.
Yeah,
They're on against.
Portsmouth.
You don't want to watch.
Stevens
Me?
again. Replace James Ward.
Because Mummy,
Captain of Southampton.
What? No, the Aston.
Armstrong on the charge.
Yeah.
Whittaker looking
Yeah, but
for
Liverpool's on
Barley
at three.
Mumba. Challenge from Stuart Armstrong to win it back for the visitors. Aggressive from him to get right, and he did.
I can't believe that. Pick that then.
I don't. No, I didn't.
Just tell her.
No, I didn't.
Liverpool about Liverpool.
Bolton.
Schumacher has Ward as
Hey.
players
Bolton
and the
in there
supporters
now.
coming into this today, but they
Wigan.
have to be patient.
We're up.
I know that Southampton will want to pass the ball around, hold on to the ball as much as you
Tough-
can and
tough
try and
Sheep
force
Communities.
one of the Argyle players to jump out of shape and move into
Yeah,
that
Bolton.
space. There's a balance to be had with Plymouth as well.
Chesterfield go on.
Particularly here at home, they will want, in general, more of the ball than their opponents here. Only unlikely to happen today. In general terms,
Fulham and Brentford.
Hey.
Fulham and Brentford.
Southampton with a man down, it's
Wolves and
Money
Brighton.
struggling here.
And
Yeah.
that's it.
Component
Breaking.
of this Southampton team.
Wow, not at 3 o'clock anyway.
True. FTR
With
something.
Whittaker, isn't it? And tight.
Again, that
Is Ryan Manning.
Yeah.
Swansea sending goal scores maybe from training ground?
that could have been the thing though. They could have had that at a neutral.
Only they know, Gary.
It's just little Harry.
Critically,
I
Whittaker
see what you're
was
saying.
performing
If
in
there's
the
like
first half of the campaign, all being recalled by Swansea.
Anthony, go!
They couldn't. No, I don't know then. Been as that former Cheltenham
Now
player.
they've got him here.
I know
Permanent basis.
Anthony, go on. He won the league with Plymouth. Yeah. Same as us.
Stevens. Bednarek.
He went on loan
Cheltenham,
to
no?
Plymouth, then he returned to loan, then he's gone on back on loan
Did
to
really well,
Plymouth.
Nathan
He
Teller.
won with Cheltenham, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he won League Two.
Still waiting, didn't get that first goal against Sheffield.
He just needs to win the championship with the Premier
Not
League.
bad done.
Super strike.
Been in League 2 and League 1.
Foot.
He only needs to win the championship and Premier League.
Yeah, so.
I doubt if he'd win the Premier League though, unless if he's on
There's
the.
Stuart
And
Armstrong.
say the Premier League, just the 3 other tiers. He's done 1 and 2. We've got in the Championship.
Yeah.
We've got wins. Yeah.
You say
Premier League, yeah.
Shea
Harold.
Charles. Someone from Manchester City.
Perrault's on the bench.
Oh, for Southampton.
Placing a key man in Will Smallbone at the heart of the Southampton midfield today.
Daddy, that's great.
Armstrong, nice spin, and he was
Ooh,
caught.
free kick to Southampton. Dangerous position.
If James Will Price was still here.
Riding in pain.
He does look good.
lunges in from the central defender over the top of the ball.
Ooh, not fan. That should be a yellow.
Concern for Adam Armstrong.
Yeah.
The referee.
The reference to
David Webb is,
Star, but exactly on fucking his leg.
Yeah, and he would have been lucky to get away with that really.
cool,
Over
isn't
the
it?
top of the ball.
The box for a yellow card.
Someone said Liverpool's going to beat. Well, Liverpool's.
Well, of course,
He's a
Southampton
Liverpool
don't have
fan,
James
so
Ward-Prowse to
he
take these
said
free kicks these days. All
they'll
small
beat
zone today because
Bournemouth
he's out injured.
3-1.
It's Stuart Armstrong.
I said
The ball.
I said 4-0.
Yeah, I think I went with 3-1.
I said 4-0. I know it is. I say a free goal.
Adam Armstrong
Someone said that Bournemouth will win 1-0.
Before being recalled.
I say never know. Bournemouth beat after we lost 7-0.
Connor Hazard.
No.
Dad, after we lost 7-0, a week later,
And
Bournemouth
Stuart
beat
Armstrong
1-0.
are the two interested parties here for Southampton.
I think it's in the wall. In the wall.
It's Stuart Armstrong. Connor Hazard.
Yeah, he gets it up
Is
and
he the
over the
new
wall. He hits the target.
James
That's the number
Ward-Prowse
one
free kick
request.
taker.
Yeah, I know it is.
Is it Adam Armstrong?
Under that. All the time.
Okay, the Southampton.
Clear view of that all the way. Connor Hazard, the Northern Irish international.
James Ward-Prowse.
But he will be on it. My standard.
Dad, those kits look so different.
Adam Armstrong is back with us.
Green and gold.
And that kit as well.
And playing in this
I know, I
great
think
role,
they
Russell
look in
Martin
the white
wants to
shirt.
find a way to
Oh
get
yeah,
both he
Dad.
and
Do you think
Shay
Saifida
Evans
was
in the
start
same
Saifida.
starting eleven?
and Lavia start
He sees a
tomorrow?
little bit of a Joel Piroux in Adam
That's
Armstrong
what-
in
Goal for Wigan!
Swansea last season and changing Joel Piroux's
It's a goal
position
for
from
Wigan.
a striker to
As
a
it
10
stands,
and then an 8.
they're on 2 points and out of the relegation zone.
Flexibility
Then
that modern
they're
football
not-
On zero.
has
No, they're
much
on 2
more than
points
in
now.
my day.
because
Oh yeah,
because
of course they are. Yeah,
no,
I was thinking of the goal difference.
Yeah, because they drew that last game. Yeah.
Yeah,
You never saw me.
I was thinking of the goal difference.
Go to the top of the league.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
that puts us in 20
Really,
seconds.
Russell Martin's teams do play high,
Puts Burton
very high.
in
There's
24
thin space in behind.
and puts Wigan
Try to exploit it once.
puts Wigan into
Fullbacks are narrow.
17.
Want to be compact.
I'd say Cheltenham's not beat.
This is the real high line from earlier on when the ball gets turned over.
Oh, the chair.
Just
I know
see
it is.
there,
It's three
well in
draws
advance of
and
the opposition half. Plymouth mindful of that, trying to exploit that space.
The last time we played them was at Pompey and we got battered 4-0.
It's really important that your goalkeeper has a really good starting position when you employ that tactic.
And you can see the short distances too between every
The last
single one
time
of
we
the
beat
Southampton
them
outfield
was
players. That's what he wants. Short distances.
The
to play
9th
short
of
passes.
April.
Where up?
Yeah,
Southampton.
last
Football
year.
took a slightly heavy touch and Shea Charles was in strong.
The season. What? The season just gone or
No,
2022?
2022.
That's
Liam Sercombe scored.
And Stevens.
To be honest, Kate, I watched Cheltenham the other day. And
Charles again. Peters stepping in field once more.
To be honest, the game weren't a great one. Cheltenham should have got something from that.
Adam Armstrong.
You know.
Wait, Dad, you could have said we were watching Cheltenham on iPhone.
Adozie linking up with Manning, but he wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was
Trying to snag it back through to Adozie.
But yeah.
They're a bit down on Raw, aren't they,
Southampton
Southampton?
66.
Dad, guess how many goals we lost by in 2017?
They are seeing much more of the ball and everybody
In
expected
2017.
that to
At
happen.
Pompey.
Yeah, you said 4.
No, in 2017.
Connor Hazard will pick up the baton again for them.
6-1. We lost 6-1.
Force of nature here.
I'll tell you
Last
nothing.
season, they won 21 of the last
When they were in
24
the
home league
Prem
games here at Home
But
Park.
both of the
This was a
teams
special
Cheltenham
place to
played
be
the other week
last season.
and today, they were in the Prem on
Absolute
I
fortress.
think it was 2006-7. Hello. And that Pompey and Reading game ended in 7-3.
What?
In the Prem, yeah.
Defending set pieces
Seven
last
from
season.
Charlie.
They've seen a couple so far this campaign as well. They were the third smallest team in the Premier League last season, Southampton height-wise. Gibson makes his way forward from the back, as does his central defensive partner, Dan Scarr. Over the head of Gibson. Dealt with by Charles. Edwards is seen off for now. There's Kessler Hayden.
Tiara, don't touch that.
Barley Mumba. Azaz. Whittaker driving in on his left foot. Hardy. Bednarek slams his ground and hits the deck. Corner is the decision.
What is it?
I have to say that's brilliant from a couple of Plymouth players because they made sure that they didn't foul Jan Bednarek. He's waiting the centre half, he's waiting for contact, he wants contact so he could go down. Non forthcoming.
You, my sister. We've only won against Portsmouth in the last.
Yeah, it was Charles breaking up play, winning it back for Southampton.
Mum, pick on my sister.
There goes Teller.
We've only won once against Portsmouth in the last 12
Walker Peters.
Ouch!
Ow.
Oh, blimey, stick a bandage on that, Nash. That's yeah.
Stuart Armstrong.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
And Stevens.
I just
Here
realised.
for Argyle as a 16-year-old under Peter Reid.
No, he was on the bike Cheltenham's record in the last 12 minutes. Pompey.
Dad,
Fucking hell.
I just realised, Dad, Mr. Brown's a Portsmouth supporter.
Is he?
Yeah.
You
know the
Behind the
one.
weight.
You know the one that left, not this year, the year before.
Yeah.
Him, yeah.
Cycle possession and go again. Manning.
On Super 6, I only had 10 goals from extra.
Yeah, it is. Just pumping.
I worked on this through the week.
No, it usually
with
has some
Stephen
singing.
Schumacher. Southampton have
Yeah.
the ball in these kind of areas.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Plymouth.
There's a chance for Adam Armstrong, who never turns down an opportunity to shoot. He can pack a punch.
He can't pack up and
Being
he's got two
contact, making it
decent
difficult.
chances.
Clever movement.
Bro just said it'd be 2-0
Getting in
Spurs
there,
and Richarlison.
disappointed with the final effort. He's done the hard part, really.
I said 2-0.
Away from his marker.
That's what
Hopefully
Southampton
we
are looking
play
for.
better
Someone to jump out of
than
shape.
Monday night.
Someone to make that move. And then try and use the space that they leave.
Yeah.
Oh,
Remember when it was
That's wayward from Houghton.
Pedro Porro and fucking... We were 2-0 up.
Shay Adams.
It was Sancho when Rashford had played,
Yeah, and then was it
It was
Pedro
Pedro
Porro and Son?
right? Yeah, they got the fucking equaliser.
The games Shay Adams has left
I
as
think
a
that
Southampton
was
player
it.
with Everton knocking on the doors. We mentioned
Yeah.
earlier Bournemouth made a bid earlier in the summer, but
And then Old
they haven't
Trafford
been back since.
beaten 4-1.
Which is why Russell Martin started the season with Adam
That's
Armstrong
when
playing as a
Ronaldo
central
walked
striker, and
out.
also through pre-season because they thought Shay Adams was on his way.
Yeah.
And we were on Amazon Prime.
I think Russell was saying he's been delighted with the attitude of all the players because there are players in Southampton ranks that don't think they belong in the Championship, believe they should be in the Premier League. Many of them have gone now. The attitude he was saying has been exemplary.
And they also said
into the
those
club. However, some of those will be going out to other clubs because of the sell-on clauses.
Oh, yeah, I knew you were on
So
the
Spurs.
City.
Yeah.
someone said it'd be 2-2.
I've gone for
Stuart
2-1 or
Armstrong,
2-2.
pursued
I
by
went
Butler,
2-0.
but does his job well. Whittaker.
But I'd like to think he would, but...
Hardy.
Oh, hit that! Where is he?
Zaz was in there, Muller was in there.
But yeah, I'd like to... I'd see like he
Rock Island waiting for moments like that.
Yeah, they are. I think it's Jack Stevens, the skipper. There's a really crucial intervention here. Swift
They've got
counter
They
attack.
haven't got Harry
From
Kane,
Plymouth.
have they? They did look
Southampton
good last.
skipper gets
Let's
himself
rep
back
them
in.
2-2.
Really important little flick.
That's again. So, but this is my style.
Loose from Shay Adams.
Nana, Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Sandro, Anthony,
Zaz involved again.
Anthony,
Argyle.
front three,
Rashford.
Rashford on the left, Queens, I already said
Schumacher has changed to this 4-3-3 system this season as opposed to the 3-4-1 we did last season. He lost a lot of Burnley last season, what they did in the Championship, and also the team who gave Plymouth Argyle problems last season didn't play that 4-3-3 system. And he had a meeting with Ange Postecoglou, who was then Celtic manager, about how the 4-3-3 system
Hello,
works.
Plymouth on the break.
So they switched to it.
From the break, yeah.
It's it!
Blocked! Oof.
Walker Peters stood his
Plymouth are
ground.
playing
Well,
good.
it's the first time that Plymouth
They
have
are
been able to
playing
get
good.
Barley Lumber isolated
They are
1v1. He
Do you want to
really
leave
is
this one at half time?
most dangerous players
Yeah.
in that situation.
Yeah.
Walker Peters needed help.
Or I can hit Sky.
Thankfully for him, he got help.
Hey.
That's what they need to do more of, if they can. Whittaker on the right, Barley Lumber on the
I
left.
think
Can
that,
they isolate these
I
players?
think that Newcastle and City
Give them those 1v1s.
Yeah. Mate, watch.
battle of the Orange.
You know,
Yeah, that's what I think. If those just stop oil protesters want to go fucking anywhere, they want to go up to Newcastle and Man City's game, mate.
oh yeah.
Yeah, no. Fucking hell, they're the biggest fucking importers of it. You just be like, do that. Orange.
Stevens.
You know, get
Adam
some,
Armstrong
get
once
some
more.
ginger person.
28 goals the last time he was in the Championship wearing the badge of Blackburn Rovers.
You know, yeah, that's a good point, mate.
Adam Armstrong again.
Ooh!
Through to Nathan Teller.
Oh, no
penalty!
No penalty!
Says the referee. Immediately waved any kind of appeals away.
They
Well,
can't
there's still
check.
contact because both players
They don't have
still
that.
down.
This is where I think the championship.
So the question is,
because
how
they've
did
got
that
the money.
contact come about? Certainly the first big decision
Yeah.
for David Webb, the referee, to have to make. 4 breaks between them. There doesn't really look anything in there, does there? Yeah, natural coming together, but certainly
that a
no
dive?
fault of either player. I think that's what the referee deems. There is no penalty. Great position. David Webb has found himself in there.
Isn't it
Not by
ironic?
accident either.
You know that ref?
Yeah, he was quick and
You
decisive.
know that those,
David
His decision
you know
making.
those refs and VAR
David Webb?
officials the other week against United's game against Wolves.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't it funny? Like there
Looking to
were
play out from the back. What would you like to do on the...
there was a lot of things
Chance to do
like
it.
from like
Walker Peters with a timely intervention
fucking
for
Sky
Southampton.
Sports, and every other outlet, right? Next day,
Play a
What
particular
happens?
way, don't
They drop
Southampton.
that
Sometimes the
ref
central
and
striker
VAR officials,
isn't
right?
going to see an
Now,
awful
if that
lot
was
of
any
ball,
other
but
team,
after 22
right?
minutes,
if that was any other team,
would
Liverpool,
have
Arsenal,
hoped
Chelsea,
to
Man
have been a
City,
little bit more
Newcastle,
involved than that.
Tottenham, Villa.
Wow.
Would they drop those officials? Would they pause? They only done it because it was United. Yeah, I'll admit it was a penalty.
There's Whittaker.
You know, you can be the,
Two record
you know, you
signings.
can be the average ref in the Prem, or you can be a top ref in the Prem.
In return,
If you've given a decision,
it needs to be better.
Stonewall, and you've not given
You get
no matter
situations
who it's against.
like this, they nick the ball back, and they've got support to the right hand side.
Oh, 2-0
Turn
winning.
back. Never
Right,
really
you should
fully
be
in
dropped.
control.
You can't do it on favouritism. Oh,
That's
you
well
know,
over hit.
gave a Stonewall penalty, but the ref didn't give it all that. And the next day he gets dropped. You know, so
Seems ball
I
over
think
the
it's-
head of
it's-
Shea Adams.
it's just the Man United agenda going crazy. Everybody got on United's backs. The Sky's backs, and what did they do? And if that
To bring that
in
ball
Liverpool's
under his
games
step.
against Bournemouth, Bournemouth had the penalty shot. The ref didn't give it.
There's Bednarek.
I can tell you now, kid, that ref would not get dropped
Stevens.
because Klopp will go.
Was it just
Because Klopp will have a little paddy mate.
Was it just the ref that? Oh no, it's
The VAR officials as well.
the VAR officials.
VAR officials, yeah. I knew it was
And
a
the
Stonewall.
lights.
Everybody, I knew it was a penalty. It was a Stonewall penalty. I'll admit that, but would they have dropped the rest of the
there, ahead of
evidence?
Hardy.
Like I said, if Bournemouth had a penalty in the 90th minute and it say 1-0 to Liverpool,
Very good.
and the ref didn't give it, but it's a Stonewall,
Hardy's to his left.
and he didn't give it,
The ball is open.
Would they call for an outcry to those refs and things to be dropped? No, they wouldn't, Kate.
Do you want me to check that Chesterfield then?
Azozi.
Hello?
Oh! Oh, what a save!
Because Klopp will have a little titty, a little fucking, a
Best
little
chance of the game. It all
little
comes because
issue
Plymouth
fit.
make the poor decision at the other
telling
end
you,
of the pitch.
Pete. Telling you, mate.
Southampton counter-attack them really quickly, and they make good decisions all the way through here. Adozi picks out Adams, unselfish.
But it's
Heller's
that,
got to go back
thing again, Kate,
into that far corner. That's where all the space is. Never really gets his balance.
Yeah, so trophy
Can't get the
campaign
angle
starts on
or the power
Tuesday,
Does it?
to beat
the 5th
Hazard.
of September. It's
Good
Bristol
moments
Rovers.
at both ends of the
Do you
pitch.
reckon they're Cheltenham's
Neither take it.
Ew.
Bristol
Yeah.
Adozi. There's Walker Peters.
What's that? AC Milan closest
Nathan
signing.
Teller. Charles Stevens, but the flag is out.
Just a... Oh,
Marco Pellegrino.
who?
€3 million deal. I don't know who he is, Kate. That's about it.
Chesterfield is still
Worked
in
it
now.
really
Again.
well.
Oldham.
Said good moments at both ends of the pitch.
No, that's
But the
not
difference
Plymouth.
was Southampton turned theirs into a chance. Plymouth didn't. They had good situations, Stephen Schumacher's
No,
team.
no, because at the half time then it
Perhaps
started.
wrong choices.
Oh, shit.
It
yeah.
started at the exactly same time.
They'll come into the championship this season too, trying to tap the championship, play the same way as they did last season in League One.
Dad,
They don't have the players
and
here
it just,
to sit back, stand off, and
funny
soak up pressure.
that Scunthorpe
They know there will be
were in
tough
League
days,
Two
a lot more
to then drop down
tough
to the
days in
National
this
to
league
get
than they
relegated
had
to the
in the last
National League
campaign.
North.
And they held their
You
nerve
should get
to
dropped.
win the League One title with 101
Isn't it
points.
weird that Scunthorpe relegated from League
I
Two
understand
to
Nathan Teller's
get
frustration
relegated
because he's
to the
read
National League
exactly
to join
what
the
Barley
National
Mumble is going to do.
Back-to-back relegations.
Yeah.
Frustrated
They
Nathan
got
Teller.
relegated from
Yeah,
League
that's
Two and then
coming.
relegated from and
Where
the
that's come
National League. Now they're in the National League North.
Sorry. No, sorry, yeah.
They're top of it at the moment.
Frustration, isn't it? Thinks he should have had a foul. How often do you see it?
And
Cynical.
Yeovil are in the National
This is
League
the one where
South,
he anticipates what Ballymumba's going to do and he reads it, look,
aren't they?
and I don't think
What's
there's
that,
too
mate?
much
Yeovil
in that.
the
Ballymumba
National League
slips.
South.
Yeah.
And they're 7th, so they're in the playoff
There's
competition.
Walker Peters to Nathan Teller.
Western are 2nd. Western are doing better
Wait,
than
you
Yeovil.
know you're deep down south in Plymouth
Yeah,
when
some
one of the
really.
fans just referred to Southampton as being up north. It's a new one. Yeah, excuse me. Got on Jenny last week, didn't they, to Watford, and the train didn't turn up. The GWR train didn't arrive. They had to get on the next one, which was overcrowded. So the players were sat on the floor of the carriages. Some were standing for 3.5 hours to Reading before they met the team bus to take them to Watford. And they still got a point.
They probably got there about 9
People's sakes.
o'clock, isn't it?
Life of luxury, eh?
Isn't it?
Where? Where's 9 o'clock?
And then Simon Hallett was on the train as well, also standing.
Yeah, that's good, Dad. Imagine if like Western from there.
There's Charles.
Up the Football League we go.
Has crept out. In terms of that performance against Watford last week and the results, showed the Argyle players that they can mix it with the top end team
There's
here
52
in
people
the
in
championship.
chat.
Stephen Schumacher believes a few more performances like that will really make them believe that they do belong in this
Do you wanna
division.
take- do you
They
wanna
should
take it
already
out?
after 2 games. They were good against Huddersfield Town. And to go away to Watford, one of the favourites for promotion, and to put on a real solid, gritty performance and actually have the best chance of the game. I think those players, not much championship experience out there, but they really should believe that they belong in the championship now.
What?
Apologies if you were offended by any language you may have heard a few
It's
seconds ago.
Toby, can you tell Mummy I'm not
Argyle
dodgy?
get themselves this free kick.
Someone just said we won't beat Spurs. They're a Spurs fan, and they put
Scar.
Points. Come on, you Spurs.
Whittaker. Nicely done by Houghton.
It's going to be
He's
COMU.
won another free kick. Yeah, there's a yellow card coming.
Someone said Man United war form. Yeah, don't get me wrong, but look who won on the night.
Shea Charles had got away with one a few moments earlier.
Which game
It
was that, mate?
less
On
obvious
about?
than that one. The crowd were on the referee.
Us.
The referee has no
Someone
choice
said
to give a yellow card.
Man United were awful on Monday. Yeah, but look who won. Yeah, don't get me wrong, they were awful. And
All I'm
And
going
I-
to say is, Kate, all I'm going to say is, if it were against Man City, maybe
Manning,
Arsenal,
in
Chelsea,
his ability,
Fulham,
he's right to.
United, I'm telling you now.
Walker Peters.
That's nothing taking nothing away from
Two
Wolves.
backs linking up in a central
They
position
wasted
again.
their chances. Yeah, of course they should. Anyway, the ref didn't give it, stumble, but they'll take the chances.
Again, just trying to
Get punished exactly.
organise Argyle.
And I said I put both Spurs.
United kept missing chances.
Shea Adams is offside.
Well, it was Wolves that won. Would have anything been
He's
said?
gone a fraction too soon.
And I said both Spurs are Spurs. And they
Frustrated
went
that
up goal.
he's seeing an awful lot of the ball.
Whittaker is seen off.
Ooh.
And sent crashing to the deck. It was Edwards who was in pursuit of the ball. It was the Plymouth captain. It's Ryan Lowe's first signing here at Home Park.
Oh yeah, Dad, did you know Steve?
Don't know what.
Did you know Steve?
Argyle rising
Yes, I
on
did.
the bottom
They
tee.
beat Australia.
Where they stand now.
Yeah, 2-0.
It's been a wonderful journey, isn't it?
My
Iconic game
Why,
for
did
both
you
of
see
these
it?
clubs. Wasn't
Yeah.
years or so ago where Southampton up to the championship. Plymouth went
Did you
down
see
to
any of
League
the
Two.
goals?
They had really different journeys. They find themselves at the
No.
same place.
No, I didn't know.
Giving chase to that. A challenge. Blocked by
Why
Beckman.
would you just like that? T, you're going the wrong way.
Excellent switch.
You're
Good
supposed
running.
to go that way.
Young Kesler Hayden as well.
Like so, turn around.
Into
Turn
the
around.
corner. Good defending. Bednarak.
What you doing? What? Doctor?
Amongst those raising on here for Argyle. Important header away again. It was Bednarak.
He's got it, he's got it, he's
who
got
was
it.
taking care of business for
Edwards.
Southampton. There's Edwards.
Hello,
What
so go that way. Yeah. So there's chocolate in the fridge. Okay. Oh, can I have it? No. Hi.
Forward by Bazunu. Onto
What did
Teller.
they give it me then?
Shea Adams. The Armstrong made the run through the middle. It goes to a Dozy instead.
Stop. Give me Kinder.
Dozy trying to go through
Give me
the gap,
Kinder.
but there's no
Give me
way through.
Kinder. Before I chase you. Wait, let's chase. T, stop. T, stop. T, stop. Dad.
It's an arm in the chest, if anything.
Dad. He's copying me.
Penalties for that.
No!
holding his throat. It doesn't look anywhere near his throat, really.
Finally, go that
He
way.
wanted a penalty, didn't get it.
Yes. No. Is the Argyle
Beginning of
shop
game time
sold
under
out?
Nathan Jones, not so much on the Ruben
What?
Sellers.
Like
at
the
the end
stuff
of
in
last
the
season.
Argyle shop?
See?
There's no doubt about the ability and the consistency. He's got some good pace, good feet, really talented individual. Needs to produce more.
He kept the ball in play.
Young man, seen an awful lot of the ball all over the place, as you can see from that. First league start at the age of 19. So I'll be very pleased with him so far. Yeah, player that Southampton have spent £15 million on. Of course, they do have quite a bit of money in the back now for what's gone on in the summer, despite the sell-ons going to other clubs. I hope he's still to bring in Flynn Downs from West Ham. He's been ill, which is why that hasn't been completed as of yet, but it is expected to be completed. Jay Adams.
I sit by you. I sit by you. Gosh, she sat on my seat.
Drive on the pitch here.
Get out!
In the meantime, this is the
Yes,
went for it. And Stephen stood his ground.
Whittaker on the right, he should have gone there. Didn't go
Open the
there.
back of them before it melts.
Another poor choice, a hand of apology. Stuart Armstrong is heading straight to the referee. Feels he was his hand
Let me
off
check the other screws.
behind the referee's back. I'm not sure it was in the face. But this is a great situation. Big waste.
They have got themselves into some decent positions, Argyle.
Yeah, they have.
Really testing Gavin Bazunu.
Yeah. That's the problem. It's just that in that final third, can you make good choices that end up with shots on goal, forcing the opposition goalkeeper into saves?
It's been a good
We're
game
able
for
to do that here against Huddersfield. Very well. They haven't been able to do that so far
It's
here.
been a good game, but there's only been yellow cards.
Ah, so yeah, that's all it's done.
I predict there won't be lots of limits every time. That's what. Oh yeah, did you see? 4 for the teams uploaded a new video. Dad,
Although Stephen
Did you
Schumacher
know-
hasn't been
4 for.
overly
Hey,
pleased with
what's
the pitch
that?
so far this season. They always have a really good pitch here at Home Park. They did have a Rod Stewart concert here in the summer, so it took them a while to
Unless
get
it's
to
from the
work
grass.
on the pitch.
Well,
After that, the big
in the
deal, I
pit.
think that was a Stuart Armstrong incident, wasn't it?
Do you know what? The game needs
That's
something that
like
needs repairing. Because if a
chocolate.
player runs through that, they could
Did you
break their
see
ankle.
there's a new
I'm not sure the
414
referee has
video
seen that one.
Hey?
Did you see there was a new 414 video? 414 10 times predicted the
I
future.
went down the shop, but yeah, but even from that.
Come
Is they going to be down there? I did him in fucking my jacket.
on. Look at it.
Football, doesn't he?
No, no, no,
Mr. Stewart? That's a good throw, isn't it?
No, no,
That's what I gave you.
That's the
no.
man
No,
of
what
the
you gave me? Then my
That's
friend.
better.
no. Stop it. No, no. Boing, boing.
More championship football is coming your way tomorrow. We're at Carrow Road for Norwich City against Millwall. 11:30. Sky Sports Football.
Probably no.
No, no, no.
Joggers I was wearing yesterday.
Hardy will match up to that, but always
He might be in the
No, Ma.
yeah.
Good pass.
Hey, right, you stay here.
Should be a lot
Hey,
better.
do us your bloody
Than that.
told, love. Should go like nannies in a minute. Half time.
Half time.
This game.
They're going at half time.
He gets sent on his way by Manning.
I thought they were going later.
Yeah, it might be in the.
Oh, what the hell?
Hey. Oh my god.
Look at me.
Only ready 1 second
Oh,
against
hey.
the Connor Hazard to keep that Nathan Taylor.
Hey, go get your jelly shoes
Difficult
on.
save.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Hello.
What the
There's Adam Armstrong now.
Jelly shoe.
Got to his tracks. Number. Nice touch from Azaz.
What the?
Whittaker to his right, Hardy to his left.
No.
Whittaker
No.
wants to drive inside onto his left.
No.
Showing the outside.
Oh! What are you putting my teeth out? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Only thing missing.
Doggy, where's your shoe?
What? No! Sorry!
Oh, let me wear that.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Whittaker
Stop!
with the corner. Scar with the header.
What are you doing? Don't take it out! Mum, tell him to not take it out.
Help me now.
What the hell?
Place this for visiting teams to come to and take something from in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Southampton are looking
No!
to second here.
I said no! No, what are you doing?
Captain Joe Edwards, who
Leave it!
right back to deal with that.
Leave it!
Been wrong from Stuart Armstrong from way back. To offer support to Nathan Teller.
No. Oh. Oh. No! What are you doing? Get it away! What are you doing? Yay! What you looking at? Mum, what you looking for?
Yeah,
Southampton are looking to try and be
Yeah.
more of a threat for the attacking
What are you doing? Right here.
Oh.
Score from one last week against Norwich. Fenton who's waiting there to repeat the feat.
Oh!
Which has been given.
Yellow card for the goalie.
In there as well.
What did the goalie do?
Shouldn't pull in there
What?
on the Southampton player.
Oh, so now
Doesn't
ball.
show there.
Picturing that down.
It's T! Move!
I think it's
Stop
Finn
it,
as
that's
that.
for going.
Gets caught the wrong side.
I didn't push her.
Look,
Get your jelly shoes.
That's
Yeah,
good, that's
wrong
good.
side.
Why
Pulls
you
him.
was going without you?
Dangerous game. That's why he wanted to show initially that the referee was going to blow four, but giving the free kick to Argyle.
I'm blocking you.
Well, let's get your napkin then.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Townsend.
No, stop it.
Yeah, do nappy. Then we're going to come. Go swimming anyway. Oh man.
It's been tight, it's been fairly even,
It might be in the kitchen. Oh, I got that.
really, and that will please Plymouth.
Oh, I am. Yeah.
Well, these two clubs were on different planets a few months ago. Southampton in the Premier League, Argyle in third tier. For challenges of Ipswich and Sheffield Wednesday to win that title. They've got this beautifully cut look. More than 2 minutes, here is Bobby Lamar. Behind him, and they found themselves in a great position.
No, don't say what was happening there.
That's to pick his teammate out here.
No.
This is just Plymouth drawing 1v1. 1v1, this is a space.
Why she can stay
Over
here?
hit, nowhere near
And
him.
let Daddy do one.
It doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt. Would you look like Erling Haaland? What? Would you look like Erling Haaland?
Walker Peters.
Haaland.
Intervening.
Haaland.
Spinner
Shoot!
Zaz.
Shoot there.
She smacked me.
Hey, up 1-0.
Oh!
No.
But Southampton stand their ground just about. Yeah, I just wonder whether Luke Crumley would have kept his back to goal and waited for a teammate to give him an angle.
She's
Playing really well. He's all the time now. Just hold them off. He is under pressure in his defence.
She is dead. She is dead.
Come on, Chad.
That's a good defending. And he's out on loan against the Wolves. Luke Cumberland. He showed what he was capable
Bent
of
his leg.
in possession of the ball last
Lee,
season.
she's only got his batty up.
Simon at Swansea. This is Teller. Adozi, faced by Edwards
I'm gonna
again.
steal your
Held up by Edwards.
Let me see.
I think he's Man City today.
I'm going to take him back.
There's Charles.
He's all in blue.
Stuart Armstrong.
Oh yeah, take her a day as well.
The player who's had his position
Wait,
tweaked
this
by
washing
Russell
machine.
Martin.
Oh!
Walker Peters. Teller. It's Bednarek. Manning. Try and keep an eye on the Southampton rotations here. Yeah, this is why they're very patient, Southampton. Waiting for their moment. 2 additional minutes at the end of the first half. Stuart Armstrong. Patient. He's trying to pick out the Dozy. He goes down, but the flag is up. Yeah, takes away any decision that might have had to be made. They were patient, weren't they? And then they waited just for that one dynamic movement. It came from Samuel Adozie. Just came a bit too soon. As he gets inside Joe Edwards, who does use that left arm to lever him out. Cundall. Zaz with the effort. Hayden. Got his own man in the way. And remember, and there goes Kessler Hayden again. He's on loan here from Aston Villa. And he's gone for it. And my claiming corner that the keeper got a touch on that, but the referee says goal kick. No, the keeper did get a touch on it, but it's very difficult for the referee to spot. Just a feint, slipping down. It's just maybe a finger. Gavin Bazunu, unless my eyes deceive me. There's Walker Peters. Bednarek. Edwards with eyes. Houghton straight to Stevens. And that is the final act of a really tight first 45 minutes at Home Park. Nathan Teller drawing a save from Connor Hazard at the other end. Bazunu may have got a slight touch on the effort there from Kessler Hayden. Apart from that, Southampton have seen plenty of the ball. Plymouth have got themselves into great positions, but Argyle haven't managed to dig out that final pass. At the break, Plymouth Argyle 0, Southampton 0.
Screen has been stolen. A theft of this nature is so extraordinary. You were saying, can't catch me.
Most health and life insurance just stands there, doing absolutely nothing. Unless the worst happens.
Oh, this is my kind of speed.
Vitality is different. Our insurance is as active as you are. Not just protecting you, but rewarding you when you get active. With everything from weekly coffees to half-price gym membership. And right now, you'll even get up to 2 months cash back on your premiums.
This Saturday, it could be you.
Says you can't be online the day you move in. This is home broadband, made for moving.
Noah, let's go.
The all-new Kona, Live Unlimited, is the dawn of a new Hyundai.
Hey, feel fresh as fresh with Lynx Africa. fresh as fresh with the #1 fragrance, the Go.
Show the world what it means to be a fan at fanatics.co.uk, a collection of officially licensed fan gear. Fanatics.co.uk, officially licensed everything.
At Eon Next, we believe life is better with less of some things and more of others. Like less hassle, more convenience, less short-term thinking, more long-term actions. Life's better when you get more, like 100% renewable electricity at no extra cost. So switch to Eon Next.
Better. Now, and Postecoglou will lead his team out at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium for the very first time today. They play Manchester United live in the Saturday Night Football, and Lindsay Hooper sat down with the head coach to discuss his attacking style and life at the club post Harry Kane.
Me again. Allow me to pick up where I left off.
Hello everybody, welcome to That's Football. Good to be back after a few days break. We've got Manchester City against Newcastle watch-along coming up for you this evening. But of course, I'm here to talk about the Mason Greenwood situation. It would be very easy for me to do this on the United stand because he's a Manchester United player. But I decided to do it on That's Football because you know what? This is a football decision, and I think it could be another Premier League club, and we'd all have an opinion on it. Also, the thing that's frustrated me the most as a Manchester United fan, and I think I've played my part in this, and I'm open enough to talk about it, is that Manchester United, the name, whatever you think about it as a rivalry, Manchester United, the name, means something in world football. Whether that goes back to winning trebles, Sir Alex Ferguson, whether it goes back to Sir Bobby Charlton, George Best, Dennis Law, it goes back to the Munich tragedies. Manchester United in the world of football, just not in England, means something. It has a reputation, it has an integrity to it. I think the way that Man United have handled this Mason Greenwood situation is disgusting and drags the name through, drags that great name down. And I think that is something that's frustrated a lot of people. Of course, there's the very serious issues of what Mason Greenwood is linked to. Obviously, he's not proven guilty of because it didn't go to court, but people have heard the audio, they've seen the pictures, and they're out there. Man United and I'm interested to see the comments on this because I think that I put a tweet out a couple of weeks ago and I got a lot of abuse for it. I was called a rapist sympathiser and all sorts of stuff, which shows you the opinions of rival fans, which is why I wanted to put it on here because as a Man United fan, we've been talking about this on the United stand for a long time. So we are a football club that we don't want to be. We're owned by people we don't want to own us. They are mercenary. They are not football fans. And that's the same in the board and in other areas of the football club. It's about money. It's about facilitating the Glazers to make money. And I think United fans a long time ago knew that when Man United didn't get rid of Mason Greenwood straight away, they were looking for a way to bring him back because he has a value. He's got 2 years on his contract. He was a good footballer. I've always said if he was from the youth and he wasn't that good, he'd be gone. But because he's a good player with a talent, I described him as a footballer, as a generational talent before all this came out. There's no doubting his talent. That's not what I'm here to discuss. But in the fan base, we always they're not going to get rid of him because he's got a value. So when I tweeted, I think the most logical thing to do is for him to go on loan for a year to avoid the shit show backlash that would come out, and then maybe in a year's time he's done well on loan and you sell him and make some money. That's not my decision, and it's not United fans' decision as a director of football or as a CEO. That was just an interpretation of what our club is. And I apologise for that tweet in the sense that it was misread by people who don't watch the United stand, but that people who watch the United stand or are in the United fan base would completely understand where I was coming from. Because unfortunately we live under this cloud of assumption that everything we do at our football club is immoral and is about money. So a lot of United fans don't want Greenwood back, but we're like, just send him off on loan to another country, he does okay, you sell him in a year's time.
I doubt.
That's not what I want. That's not what a lot of people want. There are a lot of United fans that just want him back in the first team. We have to acknowledge that, and I'm sure some of you do as well. So what United were looking to do was not loan him. They were looking to bring him back. And countless stories over the last few days have said that, you know, Richard Arnold, the CEO, had even apparently filmed an explanation video on Mason Greenwood that was due to be aired next week, explaining why they were bringing him back. There was a statement from the club earlier this week about, you know, they've done a thorough investigation and that, you know, they've got to look after Mason and they've got to look after his partner and they've got to look at everything.
Yeah.
And it very much felt, and you know, from things I'd heard and I'm sure you've read in the media as well, that he was going to be brought back, and that was the decision that Richard Arnold and Manchester United made as the CEO. In the last few hours, we're now hearing that United have made a U-turn due to the backlash from within the fan base, which I applaud, because it's not, you know, there's people there going, shut up, you're in the minority in the fan base if you don't want Greenwood back, like this is some sort of Brexit vote. If you have 20% of your fan base that are absolutely against it, then you have to listen to that. You don't just go, well, 80% win. That's not how it works.
Look. On here,
on top of that, I'm talking to a lot of non-United fans at the moment. I mean, when you go to the Emirates or the Etihad or Anfield or Goodison Park, and the noise that will be against that player, you can't just go, well, it's just what Man United fans think, screw the rest, because then you're going back to the reputation of this football club in the mud as we go around all the away grounds, and it's an absolute toxic mess aimed at that player, which it will be. You know, there will be, you know what the court of opinion's like. So United apparently done a U-turn, and it'll be interesting to see what happens next.
Let me just listen to
look,
this.
the bottom line is, I'm interested to see what people say in the comments. I think that I remember when this came out, and I might have done a video on this channel or I might have done it on the United Stand, and I said, look, you know, I've got experience in the legal system, and if I'm down the pub last night and I punch someone in the face, which I wouldn't do, and they don't take it to court, did I punch him in the face because I didn't get found guilty? Oh, I did punch him in the face. So the court of opinion, we're not in the court of law, we're in the court of opinion here, and people have seen the pictures and people have seen the audio. There's never been an article saying that that was faked or, you know, done to get him in trouble. That's never come out. And I would say if it was going to come out, why hasn't it come out? So if it comes out later, I don't think people would believe that anyway. It's in the court of public opinion, and some people are not comfortable with that. I think Manchester United have got to make a U-turn on this, and ultimately they've got to bite the bullet financially. They're going to have to remove him from the team. They're going to have to move him from the football club. I think that's what will happen because of the weight of noise. And the interesting thing about this is it's the weight of noise within the United fan base that's changed this. From what we hear, United were willing to push this. They were willing to go all around the country and face the backlash of away fans and rival fans. They were willing to face the backlash of the media as long as they had the fans on board of the club, which is a big assumption and is massively naive and is massively unfair because it still damages reputation of Manchester United Football Club. But it was almost like we don't really care as long as we've got the brands and the sponsors and the fans on board. And what's caused the U-turn is that I think they can't, you know, there was even talk that United had drawn up a list of what they expected to happen. So rival fans were going to lose their shit, certain journalists would lose their shit, but sponsors were on board, certain fan groups were on board, and it was like assumptions either way. And they've completely misread the room, So, look, it's interesting if they have done a U-turn. Personally, and I will give my personal opinion, I just don't know what they were thinking. And I've said this before about politicians. They make stupid decisions, there's a public outcry, and they lose their job. And I think this is so severe. Even if you want Mason Greenwood back, you must acknowledge what a mess Man United made of it. I mean, were they literally just going to say he's back? Like that, even the most adamant he should return Greenwood fan would acknowledge that that wasn't the way to do it. Like, they've completely misread the room. And I think that you start with the CEO. I'd love the Glazers to go, but you start with the CEO. It's a very sensitive topic. There's a Women's World Cup final tomorrow. You know, the timing of this is ridiculous. And they've completely misread the room. Like, they've completely misread the room. They've completely dragged the club through the mud. I mean, look, I'm not shy enough or cowardly enough to not acknowledge that there's somebody else involved in this. if I was Mason Greenwood, I don't know whether he's got the intelligence to acknowledge it, but I would be absolutely fuming because he was probably thinking he was coming back, and now he's probably thinking I've got next to no chance. I'd be fuming with the club. I'd be saying that, look, I mean, I'm not saying I ever was going to come back, but the way you've tried to do it, I mean, it's just arrogant and stupid, and it was never going to work. So look, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But my feeling with it now is that I couldn't give a shit about the Glazers' financial restrictions. At the end of the day, if he goes off and scores goals for another club, I think, that's that club's problem. And I hope that club get the scrutiny that we do. On the other hand, I do agree with rehabilitation. It's at the core of my principles. It might not be at the core of yours. And in that belief, I don't think he should never be allowed to play football again. I just don't think he should be allowed to just come back to Man United and operate as normal. I think that there has to be, there has to morally be some sort of removal, of course. And if he goes and plays somewhere else, he goes and plays somewhere else.
We'll end up in the Saudi League.
Dive into the 888 experience because it's made to.
But Manchester United is where my focus is here, and I just think that the way they've handled this is so badly.
They don't care about women's rights, stuff like that. So
the terrifying thing is, it's not my job to scrutinise Liverpool or Man City or Newcastle, but I'd almost not expect them to have done this. It terrifies me the people Man United have at the club. The biggest thing is that they're completely out of touch. As I say, I think they've discarded what general football thinks, what some of you will think. No, they're not interested. You're not United fans, but they've completely misread the room on United fans. They've completely got it wrong. And how scary is that when you've got people running your football club who've got no clue about the identity of that football club? I mean, they did it with the Super League. That's completely different. But they've got no. Well, I like to say they've got no clue. Or is it even worse? They don't care. The custodians of that football club is sickening for many reasons. And I think on a very serious issue, they've gone sickening to a new low in a new way. And that's my stance on it. And I just hope now Man United stop messing around and just come out with a big statement. And if it's going to cost you 20 million to pay him off, you pay him off. I mean, they're going to have to do that now. Some people would moan and say he doesn't deserve that money, but ultimately he's under contract and there is no legal charge there. So maybe that's what you do. But I find myself stunned this morning about how badly Manchester United have handled it, and I'm interested to see what your comments are. Get your comments in below, and don't forget we have got a watch along for you tonight. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. We are very close to 1 million subscribers, shifting the mood a little bit. 1 million subscribers on this channel is unbelievable. It's for content like we've just discussed there, really. I mean, I retweeted a tweet earlier from somebody who basically said, you get all these ex-players, you get all these people coming out talking about, virtue signalling about all this stuff, and they won't say anything about anything like this. And they have an opinion on it, but they won't say anything about it. Because they've probably been told not to by their advisors, or they probably have a different opinion on it. I don't know. So, thank you to everyone who does leave a comment on it, because whatever that comment is, as long as it's not abusive, I don't want to see that. There will be different sides to it, and that should be always allowed. Also, don't forget the podcast. This week's podcast is out. You might have forgotten about it. Our brand new podcast, Goldbridge Saves Football. Really good episode this week. Loads of big things. You might have seen a couple of teaser clips that we put up about underrated player in the Premier League, overrated Premier League player, people leaving early from football grounds, book titles that will never get written, which was a running theme, and a bit of a talk about Chelsea and a few other bits as well. Links in the video description for that. Please support the podcast. It's brand new out, and there's 2 episodes for you to listen to now if you've not listened to any. Really, really good. Check that out. Support this outlet, because you're the ones who make it what it is. Links in the chat for that. I'll see you for Newcastle versus Man City a bit later on. Of course, I'm going to be on United stand first for Man United at Spurs. Enjoy your Saturday. I'll speak to you all in a bit. Thanks.
Did you see what the FA are doing? Did you see what the FA are doing? they're investing in Paqueta.
Paqueta, yeah.
Yeah.
Another Premier League player. Just like Ivan
Toney, yeah.
Edwards. Oh! Just couldn't quite find the right execution.
Talk about Plymouth
They're
getting
trying
the
to
ball
give him medicine.
to Ballymunga and isolating him. It's the same with Southampton. Get the ball to a Dozy in isolation. He can make things happen. It's a brilliant effort.
Yeah.
He just doesn't quite get the whip he wants. But they've started the second half really on the front foot here, Southampton.
No, on the chair.
Really bright starts from the visitors, and here they come again with Nathan Teller. It's not the free kick.
I got it.
Did she give you some earlier?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why it's nearly.
The next one about.
It's Stevens.
Oh.
What was that?
Walker Peters.
It's 1-0 to Southampton. Yeah.
Teller again. Stuart Armstrong.
We have Southampton on the
Doesn't
ball.
see this goal.
Adam Armstrong. Now Stevens.
I'm just going to lick.
No. It's just other butchers is this.
Ooh, clear.
Jay Adams, who was unable to link up with Teller. Although looking for something on the counter.
Oh, it could be 1-0 Plymouth.
Hardy wins the duel.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I think it's
It was mine for Southampton. Adam Armstrong.
Oh, Southampton.
Oh!
Nathan Teller again! He's on fire for Southampton.
Southampton are not planning on
Plymouth 1-0, Southampton 1.
To negotiate tough days like this.
Whoa!
And they now have got Argyle cornered.
Well, I'm not sure this ball was intended for Nathan Teller, but that's exactly who it finds. I think young Kesler Hayden at the far post is not mindful that Nathan Teller is coming in behind him. Look at his body position, the young man knows he's there, does he? No, he stops. Half stops. Then the arms go out from not one, not two, three Plymouth Argyle defenders. Look, take nothing away from the finish. It was brilliant. But from Stephen Schumacher's point of view, it's hugely preventable.
Well, Adam Armstrong is definitely not taking that one off Nathan Teller. He'll get the assist for Teller's finish. And it was a brilliant finish in front of the travelling Southampton fans. And they have been on their really positive start to the second half.
First 5 minutes, pushed Plymouth Argyle towards their own goal.
Oh, Rangers.
Lively.
You're joking?
I'm not.
He only scored a minute or two ago.
Oh, Plymouth are on.
Oh,
Plymouth are on the ball.
Whittaker.
It's 1-1. What a response from Plymouth Argyle.
that was a good response. Very good response.
Plymouth Argyle were not behind for long.
No, a couple of minutes.
Plymouth won, Southampton won.
Doesn't get much quicker than that, does it?
Southampton fans were just celebrating a minute ago.
It's unfortunate Manning is
Yeah, but he was still celebrating when they're going in the loop.
They just got shoved if they're still celebrating.
Heads towards the near post. He's still got work to do. This is a very deft little touch from the striker, full of confidence.
Someone said, in chat, someone said, Happy New Year, mate. Welcome back to the new season at last. Unless he's on about Happy New Year for the football season. Second championship goal this season. Now someone's playing for 2-1. Someone said they've got a tenner on Plymouth to win. Someone said they've got a tenner on to Plymouth to win. Ooh, a dozy. Ooh.
Well,
Very tactical, very tight affair in the first half.
Southampton and the Man City feeder company played that. They've got all their players from Man City.
Teller looking to get a squeeze from Kessler-Hagen and commits the foul.
I want to see how many minutes Southampton scored in and Plymouth scored.
All right, how used to be a teammate of Russell Martin's at Rangers. Chris Boyd.
Southampton scored in the 49th minute. 2 minutes later, Plymouth.
He sat next to him on the team bus at Rangers, but now he wears the shirt of Plymouth Argyle and he's scored a big goal here.
Yeah, Rangers are losing that.
Finish, actually. Nathan Teller's
Gets Morton.
Brilliant finish, but
you know the team you told me about.
Equal to it.
That Chesterfield and Oldham game's just been quiet. There's only been yellow cards. There's only been 2 yellow cards in a substitution. That game's. I think even this game's better than that game.
Was here was in September, brilliant League One game between Plymouth Argyle and Ipswich Town. It was a real credit to both. Liverpool behind in that game, turned it around. Yeah, we were here for that. We just sensed that day that something special was happening here, and it did. And also for Ipswich as well.
Oh, Teller.
Like they needed that, Plymouth, to go behind. A bit of a wake-up call in the second half. They were being pressed back. Magnificent response.
All cleared.
Armstrong leaning into Edwards. That's a dozy. Armstrong will try to chance it. Close by Houghton, who had to make sure he slammed the door shut. Now the break is on for Argyle. And
Plymouth on the ball.
Ahead of him. He's caught by Adozi. Brilliant work from Samuel Adozi. I talked about his pace, but he used it to really good effect there. Getting back in. Walker Peters. Nathan Teller, that goes behind for a Southampton.
Do you reckon I should be a commentator, Dad?
Yeah.
Or at least go on Saturday?
Someone will have a pundit.
At least when I've retired from football.
In the first half, both going against each other from the off in the second.
I'm good at commentating and
training this week. Southampton working on their set pieces.
Oh yeah, Dad. Guess today it is today. It's Saturday, yeah, but it's week 3 of doing writing all every single score round.
Stevens is at the back of the queue. He makes his move. Now
remember when I did it last and the week before?
Ooh! To react to that. Stevens picks himself up, and as the Southampton fans, more than the players, appeal for a penalty here. Dan Scar uses the body legally, leans into the Southampton captain. It's good, strong defending, it had to be.
Hey, Dad, one time when we play Luton, when Man U plays Luton, let's go to Kenilworth Road and walk through someone's back garden.
Celtic keeper.
Isn't it?
They work themselves nicely out of a tight spot. This is Lewis Gibson. Hardly points to where he wants it. He's straight off.
Oh, gave it. Ooh!
Check back.
Free kick.
For the first time, Walker Peters and Mumba pick themselves up.
Actually, Southampton putting in the extra hours on the training ground, working on their set pieces. There's Andreas Georgeson, the recently appointed set piece coach, who's worked at Arsenal and Brentford.
Rangers equalised. From a penalty.
Armstrong felt the only way he could get the ball through to go for the nutmeg.
Or Plymouth on the ball. Been a crazy game, hasn't it, Dad? Oh, Plymouth on the ball! Oh! Was it yellow card for free kick to Southampton? Yellow card for diving!
That's my first question as a striker. The assistant
It's a yellow card for diving! It's a free kick to
Make no
Southampton!
Wow, there's been a little communication, any contact. Once the assistant says no, David Webb has to give
the goalie's caught him,
so simulation.
Yeah.
It's a
That's a
spot
good
on
strike
decision
from the ref.
I think there's not enough contact to send you over like that. I just don't know
yeah,
why
but the goalie's
run to perfection.
The goalie's
Why is he not staying on his
automatically
feet and trying to
gone.
roll it into the empty
So
net?
that should be like a penalty or at least a yellow
Would have been a
card.
better option. He was
It's the goal
expecting
scorer that
contact.
gets the
He
yellow
didn't
card.
get enough of it.
Plymouth have been playing well this half.
This is what referees
Both teams played better in the first half. Yeah. If that was on FIFA, that would be a penalty probably.
He should really rue the fact that he had a chance to take it round Bazzuno. On the angle, it would have been an angle, it would have been a tap-in, but he's more than capable of rolling that ball into the empty net.
Well, he'll be disappointed at how that ended. Stephen Schumacher, but
Oh,
encouraged about how
oh yeah,
that chance
Dad.
came
I
about.
made a beautiful pass on FIFA. It's probably the best pass I've ever seen. So, Havertz has got the ball.
Yeah, that's what we're coming on shortly for Argyle. We're hearing he'll replace Luke Cundall. So
I think he's
straight
done a
swap
well
in the midfield area for the home team. Schumacher changed things around for this today with Alan Wright and Adam Randall dropping to the bench and Finnis as Luke Cundall starting instead. Adozi.
10 minutes until lunch.
Manning.
Cheltenham.
Stuart Armstrong.
Oh! The bar!
Was kept up by the bar.
That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The way they move the ball and work it, and then the footwork from both Adam Armstrong, Stuart Armstrong, to have that, pull that ball down, first of all, is excellent. Strike, excellent.
Did he get a touch on Tanano? I think he did.
Brilliant effort.
No, he didn't. Get me to check that button.
He has a goal or two in him.
Oh,
Has that changed? Luke
oh
Cundall
right,
withdrawn.
who's off?
On comes Callum Wright.
Callum Wright?
Good afternoon for Luke Cundall.
He used to play for Cheltenham.
He didn't, didn't he?
Callum Wright.
Really recovered.
We got him on loan for Leicester. From Leicester.
Callum Wright's been on the books of Tranmere and Everton in the past. To Stephen Schumacher. There's Whittaker. Kessler Hayden. Barley Mumba. Kessler Hayden again. Azaz. Callum Wright.
Callum Wright. Ooh! Did his own player block that?
Walker Peters will drive Southampton up the pitch.
1-0 Chesterfield.
Struck his own corner.
They just scored that Chesterfield.
Yeah.
Still 3-0 Wigan.
I really don't know which way this is going to go, because this is two good teams having a go at each other.
I wonder if Fulham's at the Bolton game.
Thought that Plymouth Argyle were here to
Oh yeah,
make up
Dad,
the
do you know
numbers.
the fan's perspective? That
They
Cheltenham
will show
fan,
them.
yeah?
Yeah.
He's going to the Liverpool game today.
Is he?
Yeah. I thought he'd go to the Cheltenham game. He's been to the
Over a decade away from the second tier of English football we mentioned earlier, everything they've been through.
Someone says our goal is going to steal the win in the last 10 minutes. He plays Callum White's going to score.
Bills here at the time. Almost dropping into non-league football. And now they'll rise back up to the second tier, one league away to the top division where they've never been. Think of the dark days, really polar opposite to the way this club is run.
To the Premier League, they've
really
never.
Solid football club, does amazing work in the community.
Would be a change
On the pitch,
they got promoted. They'd all won the league this season.
The aim is to become a sustainable championship club. Easier said than done.
What's Plymouth's nickname? Someone's put.
Barley Mumbai.
No, I don't know.
Someone's put Koya. Imagine he's saying, "Come on, you Robins." The gentleman. It's like Koya. Game's gone fast, man.
It has, Kate. It has, mate. Yeah.
He's committed a few fouls, hasn't he, Nathan Taylor? I think that will be the last one he's going to get away with.
This was 2 days ago.
We'll see the
Mum
yellow.
just updated it and said how well, and I'm finally in the mood to sign the Nick Bridge. Even though imminent. Just a TikTok.
I was thinking about doing a Man City watch along, but I was like, nah, because I've done I've done 3 watch alongs today.
The Peters slammed the door shut.
If I done Man City, so I'm doing Plymouth from Southampton and Tottenham and Man United.
The pullback. Supposed to have an Armstrong and dealt with by Starr. Bednarek.
Oh yeah, guess where Middlesbrough are in the league?
Miss Charles?
No. Last. They've lost their last 2 games. They lost against Millwall in the last 10 minutes. And then they lost 3-0 to Coventry.
Really difficult for Joe Edwards, 1v1.
So they've conceded 4 goals in 2 matches.
He's a tricky customer. Samuel Adozian, he does go both ways.
Conceded 4 goals in 2 matches.
To cover important.
Do you know, I think that last, do you reckon it's because they're missing Chuba Akon? Chuba Akon was
it's like the Tottenham, the Hurricane effect with Tottenham during the season.
There's Manning.
You know.
Every time Harry Kane leaves Tottenham on FIFA, Tottenham always win the league. Actually.
Once again, a chance for Bednarek and
2-1 Rangers
to make their way forward here for Southampton. Stuart Armstrong once more standing over.
Do you reckon there's been any daylight robbery in this stat?
No, I don't actually.
2 Manning, Stevens.
I think the rest of
it.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
Really subtle.
He's jumped straight into it.
Swing of the arm.
You cannot do that.
Easy corner hazard.
Like what? Like what?
Easy for the whole ground to see.
What?
You'd still expect the goalkeeper to catch that, wouldn't you?
Jeez.
Protection of the ball. Absolutely.
He's gone like this.
The offer running in behind again. Southampton with a measure of what was happening. What a teller there has run out of pitch. To climb that championship mountain
Not
again,
in a million
Nathan Teller.
years you will get that goal.
Really outstanding in everything that Burnley did last season. Surrounded and somehow got himself out of a tight spot.
Feet, that's how.
There he is again. 3 promotions in his career now, but he's never played, or he had never played in a championship until this season. Adam Armstrong made the run in behind, and he was inches away from latching onto it.
Great run from Adam Armstrong.
If Ireland scores a goal for me today, I'm going to triple captain him in my FPL.
Inches.
I've got... What is it about? 108 points?
Argyle.
Yeah, about that.
In FPL. Don't know why. I know. No, I've got 98 points. No, I've got
Position
98.
for Adam Armstrong today, playing in more of an attacking midfield role that Russell Martin potentially sees his future in play.
Oh yeah, Dad, are you going to think that? Join that FPL league, the Premier League FPL league?
Better than
maybe.
Let's play a few years ago.
Well, if you speak to Adam Armstrong, he wants to play. He's got number 9 on his back. He wants to play as a number 9. He wants to play as that central striker. But different role for him today.
Always room for compromise, isn't there? But as long as you're in a winning team, that's ultimately the most important thing.
Yeah, Dad, my tablet was on 15% earlier, then it went down really fast. It went down to like 3%.
Yeah.
It was on 15%, like, 3%.
Southampton, and they got their rewards for that.
That is a good finish, man.
It's avoidable, but nothing away from
I love his celebration.
Excellent, but an instant response. Brilliant touch.
Who's off?
From Ryan Hardy. As I say, much better in the second half.
Dad, do you know Hayden for Plymouth?
A lot more attempts.
He's off.
Touches in the opposition box. It's an improvement.
Yeah, Kessler Hayden off. Could be an injury.
Mikael Miller is
Well, yeah,
on for Argyle.
could be a bad.
Straight swap in
There we go. He's coming on. Hayden's off. I think. So Hayden's coming off, and Mikael Miller's coming on. I was about to say Michael.
Into the final quarter of this contest. Again, as it stands, Argyle showing that they can stand toe-to-toe with the big hitters in the championship.
Plymouth have played really well.
Miller to Mamba.
Hey.
Plymouth played really well.
Miller again.
Hey, Dad, do you want to do those FPCs?
Runs in behind.
What?
And no Southampton come away with the ball.
No.
Stuart Armstrong.
I don't have enough players. I don't want to waste all my players.
No, I got practical.
Should I do it on my own? Me?
Getting there ahead of Edwards, but Argyle can pick up possession again. There's Barley Munda. Hardy.
Yeah, I can, but I only have about 28 players.
That's enough, isn't it? You need 11.
Yeah, but I don't want to sing all my good players, and plus I can't put loads into the team because it won't let me submit.
Armstrong to his left.
Armstrong!
Dozy's up there with him.
Oh!
Supersonic for Adozy.
Well, this would have been some goal. The speed with which it's
done.
Liverpool
lineups.
Treble. Athleticism all around here. Final ball, it's the right choice.
I'll check if they're in on flash.
Enough for Samuel Adozy.
No, they won't be on there just
to get on the end of it. What a goal it would have been.
Yeah, no. Liverpool's lineups. Oh, Curtis Jones is out.
Loose pass from Argyle, and Southampton were almost in.
Ankle injury. Alison, Alexander Arnold, Kanate, Van Dijk, Robson, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Gakpo in the midfield. Salah, Johnson, Diaz.
Adam Armstrong again.
Oh, Dad, do you know that new
Adozy.
player Liverpool signed, Wataru Endo?
This is Manning who can quite sort his feet out.
Yeah.
He's on the bench.
Who is it?
Oh, Jake
I spoke to
Paul's on
Stephen
the
Schumacher
bench.
before this game. He said he is
Jake
loving
Paul's on
life
the
as a
bench.
championship manager. Loving the pace.
Jake Paul
the games
actually
are played with at
supports
this level.
Liverpool.
We've seen all of that here this afternoon.
Cloyver on the bench for Bournemouth. Sensi
He's offered the
starting.
job here to replace his
Solanke
big pal and
starting.
former manager Ryan Lowe.
Moshi Boshi
Simon
War.
Howard
We
told
are
him, "Look,
being
this is the place where you can
Alex
make
Scott.
mistakes.
Alex Scott's
Take
out
risks."
for Bournemouth.
Schumacher has taken risks.
You know, the former Bristol
They're still in
City
the championship football. I remember the devastation when they missed out with an incredible amount of points. In the playoff spot season before last. Picked themselves up off the floor and produced the most remarkable League One season, 101 points. Into a centre bottle there.
That was a big sneeze, weren't it, Dad?
There's Stevens. Bednarek.
Records? He's trying to
Stuart Armstrong, he's still going. Another important intervention, that time by Scott. Oh, vital. Right, at the other end it was Stevens, who is cleverly placed. Miller was surrounded, but still he managed to find Gibson. You can tell he's just done it himself.
Where's the line-up start?
On this side of the pitch on Whittaker, and he will be yellow carded. Meantime, Teller is in pain on the far side.
Yeah.
Don't screw
Be aware, he's kept his cards in his pocket where possible, but
PSG.
okay, he just simply can't, and this is one of them.
It will take some time.
By Ryan Manning. Thinks he can get there, and then at the last minute realises he can't. Still continues with the challenge. It's the end of the game for Samuel O'Dozie.
Is that Cheltenham's mint much?
In his
Cheltenham's
place
mint much.
Samuel
We'll probably wear that.
Ameao, who comes on, 17-year-old. Russell Martin put in, was a beautiful surprise when he arrived at the club to see what this teenager is capable of.
Glazers.
Really impressed Russell Martin so far.
Glazers. That's true, isn't it? Our Chelsea not breaching it.
Well, I'd like to see the numbers.
Mamba.
But
There's Hardy.
yeah.
It's shot.
Hold on, I'm just going to turn up.
I'm sure if he just is a fraction more patient, things will just open up better.
Oh yeah.
And taking a shot from there, and it's going to take something spectacular, isn't it? To find the back of the net from that angle, that distance. You can tell us moved to this side of the pitch now with Ameao on the far side for Southampton. Stevens. Bednarek and Stuart Armstrong. Teller was the option on this side of the pitch. He was in plenty of space, but now managed to win it back. But now Teller does have it for Southampton.
Oh look, Dad, there's a balloon on the pitch.
Charles.
There's a balloon on the pitch.
Teller.
There was in the first half, wasn't there?
I
remember when Ben Foster was playing. Ben Foster was playing for Watford, yeah? And the balloon came onto the pitch. Do you remember that?
Charles.
Yeah.
And Ben Foster tried to pop the balloon with his feet and almost injured him. He almost fell over the balloon.
Find a way
I remember that. He's stood on the balloon, he tried to pop it, and then he tried to pick himself up.
What's his name out of the Fulham squad? Mitrovic.
He's done really well since he's come on, Mikael Miller.
No.
Really solid.
Actually, in fact, I'm checking all the Premier notes.
Mohammed is scoring goals late on.
Wonder who put... Look, that doesn't have a balloon.
Schumacher's substitutions seem to pay off.
Still 1-0 Chesterfield and still 3-0 Wigan.
Fitness levels, they certainly told last season.
I'm surprised that in on Sky.
Yeah.
Bolton game.
Half an hour, wasn't it? And usually, substitutes.
Eh? Why does it say Mitrovic on it?
Yeah, but they're just saying that just to think it paid.
2-star players up for 2 clubs.
Shay Charles. Through to Hamo and Mayow. And this now is Adam Armstrong. Big block from Gibson.
Oh yeah,
Southampton again, looking to build some momentum here. You just feel like they're stepping on the gas a little bit, don't you?
William's on the bench.
Winner.
Oh, Bassey's on the bench. Bassey's on the bench.
Oh, Mayow again.
Okay, mate.
Stepping away
Bassey's
from
first
trouble.
club was Leicester.
You see already why Russell Martin's
Yeah.
making press with it.
He won the FA Cup. I know he didn't. Good.
All the way through,
He
but
left
no
in
way out for
2010.
Argyle. Manning. Open Teller again, and the header is over the top of St. Adams, but the flag is up. And isn't he just glad about that? That's the score, doesn't he? If he's onside. But he's not. Saves him. It's a tight one, but it's an excellent decision from the assistant there.
That's a good midfield, then.
He's replaced by Lewis Warrington. Another one here with Everton connections. On loan from Everton, the midfielder.
We're playing at MC so much. And then you got Billy Gilman,
This game
Pascal.
is over, and New Zealand striker Ben Waine comes on to replace him. The other change is Finn Azaz.
James Milner's at right back.
And Adam Randall will come on for him.
Marky Darky's on the bench, Kevin Phillips on the bench. Hedgerow on the bench, Lallana on the bench. I've barely seen him play for Brighton, Adam Lallana. Barely seen him.
Biggest cheer for Adam Randall, who's from this city. Is on in that midfield area for Argyle. Wayne giving chase to this, but Stevens had the head start.
I think both teams have been the better side. Like, Finn.
So, Stephen Schumacher's changes
What was
pay
that?
dividends here.
4-0 Wigan!
Come off when you look at that.
Bloody yeah.
Well, Bolton ain't going to be top of the league if Peterborough win, will they? What the hell? I didn't expect that, Dad, did you?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Anything, probably the other way around.
Probably, but 4, maybe 2-0 or 1-0 would have been alright, but 4! 4! Come on.
Stevens again. And Wayne tracking back and committing the foul. Threatening position here for Southampton. An awful lot of contact there.
67 people in the
Southampton did take the quick free kick, but the referee has pulled it back. He's just explaining himself to the Southampton players. What?
They've pulled back the free kick. Oh, now here we go.
And the free kick into the same position with Stevens.
Wow.
To Walker Peters. Oh,
Walker
Peters!
Shea Adams.
Shea Adams.
Mayau. Walker Peters. Gets it back. Delivers the cross. Shea Adams is in the middle and it leaps behind for a goal kick.
Big eye on Waltz against Brighton.
Defended really well all afternoon.
Fantastic.
In the main, apart from the goal, he'd say really easy.
Yeah.
Good, strong defending this time. Lewis Gibson. Joe Aribo is coming on here for
how many minutes do you reckon is going to be added time? Probably about 5.
Scoring in a Europa League final for Rangers a couple of seasons ago. He is on.
Joe Aribo. Amsterdam.
He's got a goal in him. Southampton are after here. I feel like you've got a fair opportunity, particularly after the World Cup last season, Joe Aribo. Stephen steps forward. Teller.
That's a no. But yeah, Teller fouled the Plymouth player first, but then the Plymouth player fouled the Southampton Teller, and then they give that free kick. Like, look, see?
It's a dangerous position.
Look, watch. He's got him down first.
Yeah.
So that should be a free kick to Plymouth, or not even a free kick for both of them. Yeah, it should. Yeah, because Teller pushed him down first, or it could not even be a free kick for either both teams if it was even for both teams.
As you mentioned earlier on, these free kick situations, Southampton no longer have the prolific James Ward-Prowse. Will Smallbone out injured today too. Just over 16,000 inside Home Park. It is a sellout. They have sold 11,000 season tickets here this season, and there's a waiting list.
11,000 season tickets.
Right now, the City will be holding its breath as Southampton don't produce something from this free kick.
Looks like it's a bad injury for Teller. Is it? Is he coming off?
Well, good options here, aren't they? I know James Ward-Prowse
looks
has
like it's a
gone.
bad injury for Teller, Dad.
His ability, Ryan Manning, we've seen his ability in this kind of a situation.
He's a hell of a solution.
All the way to go having a breather. He lies behind that wall of green.
I don't know why they have to be behind the wall.
Yeah, I just want to. Wow.
Yeah, Dad, I'm just going to have a sleep behind the wall. Oh, what a save!
That's a great save.
How does he save that?
He did. Wow, did you say he was 6'6"? Any shorter? I'm not sure he's going to be able to do that.
I thought he saved it and then it's going in.
Yeah.
Brilliant goalkeeping. What a save.
Save of the season?
5 minutes to play.
Oh.
No.
Oh, I'm going to check Pompey's line.
Wait, is that your door?
It's a throwback, isn't it? Near post, flick on, have bodies coming in behind. Get on the end of it. That's the only thing they don't do is get on the end of this. They work it well. Could easily have dropped for a tap-in. And of course, they have a really good goalkeeper here in Michael Cooper, who's out injured, who was fantastic last season, has been fantastic for Argyle. We're waiting for him to return to full fitness, but Connor Hazard has just stepped up with a brilliant stop to keep out Adam Armstrong. And he's on his toes again. From the save, and it's not like it was right in the corner, but the pace and the power.
I knew that was the sound of your
strike. That's what makes it. In fact, he's got a palm on, managed to get it up and over his crossbar. A wonderful save.
Big chance for all there.
Handling strongly. That's Walker Peters.
Anders.
Oh, Angers.
Yeah. Big chance.
There's Walker Peters again. Haribo.
Brighton. Sarr, Semedo, Kilman, Dawson, Ignori, Joe Gomez, Lamina, Nunes, Pedro Smith, Cunha, Fabio Silva.
What? 1-0.
2.
Or there.
Brighton, Steele, Milner, Duncan,
last season.
Gilmore, March,
Right now, all square in Devon in the final 4 minutes.
3-0 Beale.
Southampton go hunting a winner here, but 3 minutes away from
Beale.
Amo and Mayau.
No, they're winning 3-0. Monster.
Against Plymouth Argyle, a point.
I can't believe they're in the third tier of German football.
He gets it over the
That's
crossbar.
crazy,
That's the
isn't
impressive
it?
thing. To get the strength
Looks
of
like
Wood
Rangers are going through. What was that?
over the crossbar
from that
is
angle, it's a
super
great
impressive.
What was that?
Oh, look at that from Che Adams. That says everything.
Nottingham Forest are ready to step up
Sportsmanship.
their attempts to sign
Manning with the
Arsenal
cross,
flop
another important
Nuno Tavares
intervention.
and prepared to
Backtrack
pay out
is dealing with
30
it.
million for the versatile defender.
As I said, they didn't have the best defensive record in League One this season. They've been excellent defensively
Yes.
so far today.
Southampton are asking the questions late on here. A move short to Ryan Manning. Randall is in the way. We're heading towards 8 additional minutes at the end here.
It's a 4.
Do you charge the ball these days after 5 minutes?
3-4-3.
Flat rate, Gary.
There's Walker Peters. Delivers that cross. Teller will try and
Why
keep
does that
Southampton on the
still
front
come
foot.
up like that?
Nathan Teller. Scored one beauty, but couldn't deliver that
Why
time.
does it still?
Still limping a little bit, isn't he? Teller hurt himself, but as he takes these couple of touches inside, you fancy him to either hit the target or to force a defender to block it. Not close.
Well, he's just suggested to the bench that this day is done here by the looks of it, Nathan Teller. That will be a concern for Russell Martin. But Flynn Down should be on his way in. That should be signed and sealed this coming week. He also wants to bring another couple in, Russell Martin. They do have a reinvestment pot to do Southampton. So the amount of money they've brought in with those outgoings. Sekumara is coming on to replace Nathan Teller. So on comes the 21-year-old. Cost £10 million from Bordeaux last summer, Sekumara to replace Nathan Teller. One of the many young players that Southampton did sign in the transfer window of last summer. 9 additional minutes at the end of this game.
All substitution for Southampton.
Whose roar was the biggest? I think it was Southampton's fans.
For
The
Southampton.
loudest roar.
Well, they're the ones knocking on the door, aren't they?
What? 9 minutes at a time. I was wrong.
Manning. Whittaker is caught by Stevens. Yellow card on the way for the Southampton skipper.
Whittaker's just too quick for him. It's a genuine attempt to play the ball by Jack Stevens. Whittaker just pokes it away.
Oh, Stevens.
Well, as we said earlier, they
The leg half.
liked a late goal here last season, Plymouth Argyle. And they're hunting a late winner here. The signal from Randall. Well, and they out.
It's a Plymouth Argyle ball.
The home team, if it stays this way, a draw at Watford last week, a draw against Southampton potentially this week on the back of a opening day win against Huddersfield. A good start by Argyle if it stays this way. Standing, yeah. Have to compare them to the Sheffield Wednesday, don't they, on the opening day. There's Whittaker.
Oh, what a set! Did he save that or did that in the post? But that was a nice man.
Well,
that was a nice. Oh, you got those.
May have saved.
Pete said Doritos.
A post. Yeah, just saved Southampton one.
Oh no, they're Burger King. Are they Burger King?
Morgan Whittaker wants to go on to his left.
Because it said they have pizza and Burger King at the top.
No, it's not Burger King.
It's
not Burger King. It says free Whopper meal when you buy a meal at Burger King.
Or is it mean that there's like a new there's the
triple cheese pizza cake.
Yeah, the Doritos Burger King.
Returning as a Plymouth Argyle player.
Cheese, you like cheese? Yeah, you like bloody cheese? Bloody hell, Kate, look for it. It ain't gonna bite you.
I think in America they call them Doritos. I think. I sometimes
business done within 5 days of each other.
You want one?
There's Walker Peters. Trying to get the better.
It's a corner to Southampton.
And it's a corner. He's lively.
Off the ball.
Yeah. Really quick feet.
Ball crossed in. They're going to get the goalie up now,
Ryan Manning goes over to take this Southampton corner.
Yeah, got him banging.
One moment now.
Well, it's near the end of the
this
match.
contest. Bet the Rex at the near post. Stevens in the crowd at the far post.
But a YouTube studio.
Manning's ball in.
Cleared.
Stevens trying to get onto it.
Oh, it's 2-1 Southampton! He's got another late winner! It's 2-1 Southampton!
He's done the business again!
He's done it again!
It could be his parting gift for the Southampton shirt.
It's parting gift.
Yeah, but you have to feel sorry for Connor Hazard because in the middle of all that is another just world-class save the goalkeeper has produced. But this time, Plymouth Argyle don't get lucky. Falls at the feet of Jay Adams. That's the one there. Don't deal with the ball when it pops up. It's a brilliant save.
It is, yeah.
Adam Armstrong shows desire and hunger to get on the end of this ball. He goes and he attacks it. Is there a question of offside? No, borderline. I don't think so. But what a save that is. But to no avail.
They're saying it could be offside.
As we say, may well
Probably
be
haven't called it, Kate.
a parting gift.
No, it's like play out them with Lee and Kate.
Ooh. They're
He
in
looks
so
just about on sign to
Ooh,
me, and I
I'm
think
gonna have a
assistant referees, they're told to give the benefit of the doubt.
I think it
to
is.
the attacking
Oldham just equalised!
Who did?
Oldham!
team. They were pressing.
Who they got?
Chesterfield. Is it a goal?
Well, Everton are at the front of the queue for him.
It is a goal.
striker who can stay fit and a striker who can score goals, and that's why they're after Shay Adams. Who
He scored in all
trouble
three.
again this
Wait,
season.
don't tell me.
Shay Adams, that's his third
tell me
goal
that.
of the season. Well, Argyle have hit that once. Can they do it again?
He scored 3
Randall
games
was
in
in
a
there.
row. I know.
There has been late drama again at home park, but it's the away team
Do you
who
want one?
produced it.
You do?
Argyle with 3 minutes to try and rescue it.
No, I don't.
There's Sekumara.
What are you looking at them for then?
Because you were talking to me.
Talk about the comparisons between Sheffield Wednesday and Plymouth. If Southampton do win this game 2-1, it's been a very, very different type 2-1. They have been tested and pushed to the absolute limit here.
I thought when Southampton just scored, I thought fans would go crazy like me. Like, would someone run onto the pitch?
Yeah.
Was it an oil protester in the United
Miller.
game? Wasn't it? Just stop oil protester.
What thing?
The United game against Wolves, there was a just stop oil protester.
Yeah.
Right there.
Miller again gets there ahead of Ammo.
I was like, that's.
Why don't they turn up?
I was like,
Why don't they
that.
just turn up at City games then?
I was like, there's a streaker on the pitch.
Send the wreck.
Seriously, what? Why would you turn up at
This is
United?
Stevens.
But they've picked.
But then again, they've done it at other sports events.
Yeah, they've done it at other clubs.
Armstrong.
They want to go thin. Go at City's ground.
And Newcastle's ground.
Yeah.
Because they have lots of money.
There's Sekumara.
It's oil money.
It is.
Whittaker.
But now you'll see it in the UK, and they know all they do is.
We saw Southampton's game management in full effect.
Saying like Russia.
Against Sheffield Wednesday on the opening night from this kind of situation.
They
got it back here.
Get their fucking hands chopped off.
Did they?
Where's Walker Peters?
Wow. I'm not seriously, but they get in some banging trouble, okay? Much worse over there than here, mate. They just get chucked in jail for in the south for like 6, 7 hours, whatever.
7 hours?
Southampton voices.
No, I'm just saying, in general.
Right now. Sekumara, that's straight.
What I'm saying, though.
Who's your player of the match?
Oh, really? You get dragged off the street and put yourself in the or whatever. Whereas over in Russia, and Qatar and Saudi Arabia, they wouldn't do it because they know what their governments are like. They're medieval, mate.
Shea Charles, man of the match.
Now looking for one more big moment, and it's got to come now.
Who's man of the match?
Shea Charles.
See?
He just came up. He's got a lot of on his touch, apparently.
You know, I would have said
10 seconds of additional time to play.
Ooh.
You know what I just said? Southampton
Looking for a hero here.
Plymouth keeper.
Driven in by Whittaker. Bazunu comes a long way. It's a good decision too. He's having to retreat.
He's carrying
now.
on.
Miller picks up.
Heads.
Right, gets his head on it.
No one boy's going to shoot. Is he going to shoot?
Whittaker trying to make things happen again.
Oh!
It's not through to Radley, gets away.
Oh, it's a corner to Plymouth. Is the goalie going to come up?
No.
Adam Randall
I can't
gets his
see it,
touch
but you
right
never
here.
know.
He may score. Ball, fortunately, was up there.
Wow.
Touch just gets away.
Plymouth have been a good side.
Connor Hazard makes his way forward.
Plymouth have played good, yeah, they are.
The goalie is up.
You were right, Kay. The keeper is up.
Oh. Can he do an Allison? No, he can.
Something on it. That's Sekumara. Still we play on.
Oh.
Whittaker again. High hanging ball.
Punched away.
It's a good decision.
Is he going to let it go out?
It's just what you want from your goalkeeper. High balls into the penalty.
We're on the 100th minute.
He's been decisive twice.
He's going to shoot now. He's going to cross. Last chance of the game, probably.
Too much on it, and that should do it for Southampton.
So, Southampton win. Right, that's